Good evening, America. Tonight, we bring you a powerful, chilling, and historic development from the heart of the Middle East. A city that rarely sleeps has been shaken to its core. Tehran, a city of over 8 million people, is now echoing with the sound of explosions that have jolted the world. Unseen, unfiltered, unimaginable. For the first time, rare and chilling footage has surfaced, capturing massive fairy blasts ripping through the Tehran skyline. In what experts are calling one of the most shocking escalations in the Iran-Israel conflict in recent years, the images reveal a city engulfed in fire, smoke, and confusion. These aren't just visuals, they're raw emotions, frozen in pixels, fear in a father's eyes, dust on a child's tear-streaked face, entire buildings trembling as the earth below pulses with shockwaves. But this isn't just about two nations, it's about global consequences and the human cost. The footage is grim, yes, but it speaks volumes. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. And yet, amid the chaos, there is hope. Breaking just hours ago, humanitarian corridors are being opened. A global relief initiative, backed by the UN and quietly supported by US diplomatic channels, is funneling food, medical aid, and rescue equipment into Iran, including American-made drones now being used not for war, but to locate survivors under rubble. Let that sink in. Technology built for war, now saving lives. As we piece together the timeline of the blasts, reportedly triggered by suspected Israeli strikes targeting key military installations, one thing is clear. This war is no longer confined to the shadows. It's in the open, it's on your screens, and it's demanding answers. Who authorized it? What is Iran's next move? Will this spiral into full-scale regional war? Or can this moment of horror push the world toward peace? As the world reels from the chilling visuals of explosions tearing through Tehran's skyline, a quieter, far less visible war rages beneath the surface, one that doesn't generate smoke, rubble, or sirens. This is a war fought not with tanks or aircraft, but with code, satellites, and invisible networks. It's the domain of cyber warfare and covert operations, the digital battlefield that is rapidly becoming just as deadly and decisive as any ground assault. While footage of the Tehran blasts ignited headlines worldwide, military analysts and cybersecurity experts almost unanimously agree. These strikes were not merely about dropping bombs. They were likely executed in coordination with a sophisticated web of cyber attacks, carefully timed to disable Tehran's early warning systems, jam radar arrays, blind surveillance networks, and disrupt emergency services in real time. The precision of the attack points toward a level of orchestration that far exceeds traditional airstrikes. This was not just a physical invasion of airspace, it was a simultaneous infiltration of Iran's digital infrastructure. Israeli intelligence, renowned globally for its technological prowess, has long been suspected of maintaining some of the most advanced cyber capabilities in the world. And in recent years, it has shown that it is both willing and able to use these tools offensively. The 2010 Stuxnet virus, a joint US-Israeli operation that crippled Iranian nuclear centrifuges without a single bullet fired, was just the beginning. Now, the battlefield has evolved. The lines between soldier and hacker have blurred, and in Tehran, the consequences are being felt not just on the streets, but deep inside servers, satellites, and encrypted military systems. When the first blasts lit up the night sky over Tehran, reports emerged almost immediately of sudden power blackouts across several key districts, including those housing military installations. Emergency communications channels reportedly went silent. Air defenses, curiously absent during the initial wave of strikes, only scrambled minutes after impact. According to cybersecurity logs obtained by global analysts, malware likely embedded weeks or even months ago could have been remotely activated during the strike, paralyzing Iran's ability to detect, intercept, or respond in real time. This kind of multi-dimensional warfare represents a terrifying new normal, where bombs fall in perfect synchronization with firewalls being breached, satellite feeds being jammed, and critical infrastructure being taken offline. No sirens, no warnings, just sudden coordinated collapse. The fog of war has moved online, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Covert operations have also played a crucial role. Sources inside Israeli defense circles, speaking anonymously to global outlets, hint at Mossad's possible involvement in intelligence gathering leading up to the strikes. Shadow operatives on the ground, embedded deep inside Iranian systems, or even within the geography of Tehran itself, may have provided the granular, precise data necessary to make the strikes as lethal and accurate as they were. These aren't just James Bond fantasies. In modern geopolitical conflict, covert intelligence officers, cyber units, and psychological warfare specialists are increasingly deployed in tandem, forming a silent backbone to the visible front line. Iran, for its part, is no stranger to cyber warfare. Over the past decade, it has built a formidable cyber army of its own, one responsible for numerous attacks against U.S. banks, Israeli infrastructure, and even global oil networks. However, the cyber front is not balanced. While Iran may retaliate in the coming days with cyber offensives of its own, the digital battlefield heavily favors nations with deeper access to artificial intelligence, satellite intelligence, and Western-aligned cybersecurity networks, all of which remain key Israeli and U.S. strengths. The most alarming implication: these cyber attacks don't stop when the missiles do. Long after the physical explosions end, the digital damage continues. Systems remain corrupted, data is lost. Hospitals, traffic systems, and banking institutions, even if untouched by the initial blasts, can suffer delayed breakdowns caused by embedded viruses or logic bombs lying dormant, waiting to activate. Cyber warfare, unlike traditional warfare, has no front line and no timetable. It can strike again at any time. What this incident in Tehran makes disturbingly clear is that the future of war is already here. Physical destruction may dominate the headlines, but it's the unseen battles waged in cyberspace through wires and code in the shadows of intelligence rooms that are now shaping the outcomes of global conflict. Nations no longer need to send troops across borders to cripple an enemy. A well-coded string of malicious commands can do more damage than a cruise missile, and with far less accountability. In the aftermath of these blasts, as Tehran's citizens grapple with loss and as global leaders navigate the political fallout, there is an urgent need to reassess how warfare is defined in the 21st century. This isn't just about bombs, it's about systems, digital, political, psychological, and how easily they can be turned into weapons. This is the age of shadow war, and the shadows are growing longer in the wake of the powerful strikes that rocked Tehran. The ripple effects extended far beyond the blast radius, reaching global markets in mere minutes. Oil prices surged dramatically, with Brent crude climbing over $9 per barrel in just 24 hours, sparking widespread concern from energy analysts and consumers alike. This is not just a regional war. It's an economic shockwave with the potential to reshape the global oil equation. The Middle East has long been the beating heart of the world's oil supply, and Iran sits at a strategic crossroad. Any disruption to its infrastructure, be it pipelines, refineries, or shipping routes in the Strait of Hormuz, sends tremors through global supply chains. The moment footage of fireballs erupting over Tehran's surface, traders panic, fearing escalation could lead to blockades or targeted strikes on oil facilities, either by state actors or proxies. Already, American drivers are seeing the impact. Gas prices at the pump are ticking upward while energy stocks swing wildly on Wall Street. Airlines are re-evaluating fuel surcharges. Manufacturing and transport sectors worldwide are bracing for higher costs. And with every new missile or retaliatory threat, the uncertainty compounds. But this isn't just about price spikes, it's about stability. Investors now face a volatile market driven not only by supply and demand, but by politics, drone footage, and military decisions made halfway around the world. In the blink of an eye, a regional conflict has become a global economic stress test. As the Iran-Israel conflict intensifies, it's clear the price of war is no longer counted only in lives or territory, but in barrels, markets, and global economic confidence. The world is watching, and the economy is holding its breath. So tonight, as we witness chilling footage and hear grim reports from the ground, we also see sparks of compassion cutting through the smoke. This is more than a battle between governments. It is a moment that tests our shared humanity. Whether you are watching from New York or Nebraska, Tehran or Tel Aviv, you are part of this story. Because in every blast, we are reminded how fragile peace truly is, and in every act of aid, how powerful unity can be. Let this not be remembered as the night the skies over Tehran burned. Let it be remembered as the night the world chose to care. The cameras are rolling. History is watching. The next chapter is up to us. Good night, America. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay human.